Hello fellow book lovers, my name is Gizelle and welcome to the Adventures of Giz. As you can see, I'm sitting in a bit of a different spot today, and that is because I am going to be doing a tier ranking video. I am going to be ranking every single book series I've ever read. There are a lot of different series on here, from fantasy to contemporary to romance to dystopian, so this is just every single series I've ever read. In order for a series to be on this list, I would have had to have read more than just one book, so either two or more. So let's get started. I'm gonna put my glasses on because I can't actually see my computer screen without them. Okay, first up we have A Court of Thorns and Roses, and this is going straight to God tier because it is one of my favorite series of all time. I think it is brilliant. I love Sarah J Maas. I think she is brilliant. Next up we have A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I loved the first book, but I was not exactly a fan of the second book. I'm gonna put it in amazing, and it might change a little later on. Like I said, the first book I thought was so brilliant. It was one of my favorite books of the year last year, and then I read the second book and I was not as impressed. Okay, next up we have, and we do not judge on this channel, we have Alpha's Temptation, and I really like werewolf romance books, so like I said, no judgment here. Alpha's Temptation, I've read most of the series. I think they're good. They're decent romance books. I think they're a little bit more exciting than just the usual romance. I like the supernatural aspect. Next up we have, it is a box set called Breeze Submission, and I believe you get all 3 books at once when you download it from Amazon. I think the first 3 books are free, and I think there are like 12 books in the series. I only ever read the first 3 books. I really like them. I think they were really good, so they're gonna go in the good tier. And then we have Broken Wings by Virginia Andrews, and these books I read the same time as my sisters. I think I was like grade 6 or grade 7, so I was probably 12 or 13. These were so fun. Which one? Where should it go? I read both books. They were very addictive. But now I'm gonna put it in fun, but that might change a little later on. Okay, Captive Prince. So I haven't completely finished the second book in the series, but I think this goes in good. I was really completely blown away by it because it's so intriguing, exciting, and it was not really what I expected it to be. Then we have Caraval. I love the characters, I love the plot. I have read the first 2 books in the series, so I've read Caraval and Legendary. I have not read Finale yet. And I think it's gonna go in amazing because I love Caraval so much. Okay, next we have Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Cinder was really fun. The entire series was so addictive. I think I read the whole series within a week. And that is really impressive considering how big winter. It was so much fun. It was amazing. It will probably go in good. It could maybe go in amazing. It was so enjoyable and so good and so well written, and I love the characters. Okay, I think I'm gonna put it in good for now. Okay, so Cinder goes in good. Next up we have City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I thought this was not so great. I mean, I read, I think, the first 3 books in the series. I gave up after that, but I really like the other books she wrote. However, I don't think City of Bones is that fantastic. I think it's gonna go in fun because I really enjoyed reading it. I thought it was kind of funny, lots of drama. I really loved it. Love Alec and Magnus. They are the best couple in the entire series. I love them so much, but at the same time I don't really like the main characters, which are Clary and Jace. I like Simon though, and I like Isabel, so I like everyone but the main characters, so that is why it's going in fun. I don't really think a lot of books are bad, which is why I don't have a bad tier here, so that is why it just says meh, because that's when a book is like, it's okay, but it didn't really change my life. After City of Bones, I went and started reading Infernal Devices, and I think Infernal Devices is God tier. That is God tier. It made me cry so much. It is so good. Oh my gosh, these characters were fantastically written, and I genuinely think that her writing improved so much in the prequels that she wrote after The Mortal Instruments. Then we have the duology Daughter of the Pirate King, and this is a good tier book. I might change Cinder. I'll do that just now. Okay, so Daughter of the Pirate King, it is a duology. The first book was fun, the second book was good. So I think I'm gonna keep it in the good tier because the first book wasn't as good as the second one. But I love sirens, I love pirates, I love the entire vibe of this duology, and I really did enjoy the main character, Alassa, and the love interest, and I just loved all of it. Okay, next up we have an oldie, which is Divergent. And wow, so Divergent is an interesting one because I read it years ago. I never ever read Allegiant, ever. But I really did like Divergent and Insurgents. I thought they were good, I thought they were fun. I don't think they were great. I think I'm gonna put it in the, yes, it is going on the fun tier because I don't think it was great, but I enjoyed reading it at the time and it was fun to be part of the hype, so I liked that. Next up we have Every Heart's a Doorway. I've been listening to the series on audiobook. I do think I connect more to books when I've been reading them physically, so I think these are fantastic books. I just want to read them physically because then I think they might go on God tier, but I'm not sure. So for now they're going on amazing. I remember when I read these and I was speaking about them on Instagram and I said they feel like home. If you have read the series, you'll understand what I'm trying to say. Next up we have Fallen, and I had a lot of fun reading these, but I don't think they were good. Yep, they're going on meh, sorry. Next up we have the Trial trilogy, and it starts off with Switched. It's by Amanda Hocking, and I adored this series when I first read it. I thought it was brilliant, it was life-changing, it was so good. I reread it 2 years ago and I still thought they were really fun. I'm gonna put them in good because that's kind of where they sit with my level of nostalgia for the books. I still love them. I went through an Amanda Hocking phase where all I read was all of her books. I even read her old vampire series. Switched is the first book in the Trial trilogy, and next up we have a spin-off called Frostfire. The characters in Switched were fantastic. The romance was amazing, and I think this was the first enemies to lovers book I ever read. And that just started my love for this particular trope, and I think that is definitely one of the reasons why I have such a love for this trope, and this series introduced me to that trope, so I really have a lot of appreciation for it. Then Frostfire, I think it was better than Switched, but I didn't have as big of an attachment. I really liked the main character. It was actually good. I haven't reread Frostfire in like 5 to 6 years, so I can't remember exactly, but I think at the time I would definitely have put it under the good tier. So I'm gonna put it there because you know what? Nostalgic reads make you happy. Next up we have Geekerella, which is, I read the second book first and then the first book second, and I think the second book is much better than the first one. They're fun. I don't know if they're good though. I have an attachment to them because I really love Comic-Con and just cons in general. And I'm a major geek, so I definitely connected to the characters. The second book was really good and I really loved the second book. I'm gonna put it under good because the second book was definitely fantastic and I really loved it. Okay, next we have a book I read years ago, which is I'd Tell You I'd Love You, but then I'd Have to Kill You. And this is like a boarding school for spy girls, but I'm gonna put it under fun for now because I very clearly remember thinking it was so much fun, and all I've ever wanted to be in my life was either an assassin or a spy. I don't know what that says about me, but there we go. Next I read Game of Thrones and half of the next book, so I don't know why this is on this list. Game of Thrones was fantastic. I read it after I think the 3rd or the 4th season of Game of Thrones had just come out, and then I went back and I started reading the book, and I thought the book was brilliant. I love Arya Stark. I connect to her. She's my favorite character, probably of all time in the series, and I just adore her. So I'm gonna put it under amazing. Next up, I read the first 2 books in his Fair Assassins series. I think they're really fun and good, so it's between these two. Love the courtly intrigue, and I love the assassin nun kind of vibe. I love that so much. I think I want to put it under good because they're fantastic. I love the romance. I love the courtly intrigue. It's one of my favorite things to read about. It's going under good. Okay, next we have Harry Potter, and my opinion of Harry Potter has gone down a little bit because of J.K. Rowling. I do not agree with anything she has been saying. My opinion of her has just gone downhill over the years, and Harry Potter will always be really important to me, so I think I'm still going to put it under God tier. I will not be buying anything that will at all support her, and I do have to appreciate that I have a deep love, and Harry Potter was really the books that got me into reading, and that is why they're going on God tier. Okay, next up we have The Hunger Games, and I'm going to put this under, ooh, I don't know, under good? Is it good or is it amazing? I loved these books when I read them. I don't think they were amazing. Okay, I'm gonna put them in good. I am number 4. These were actually really good. I really like these. I want to do a reread. I love the characters so much, especially the one side character Sam. I adore him so much. I like the reading, it's easy, and I really love the concepts. It was definitely a fun read, but I think I'm going to put it under good as well. I think it did impact a lot of my reading tastes. Okay, then we have The Fellowship of the Ring, and I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. However, the books were so difficult to get through. I do love The Hobbit. It is still to this day one of my favorite books. I adore The Hobbit so much. Lord of the Rings, on the other hand, was really difficult to read. Yes, I'm gonna put it under good. I don't think it was amazing because it was difficult for me to read. Okay, The Maze Runner. I'm gonna put this under amazing. Okay, when I was reading them at the time, James Dashner had this amazing way of giving us a really exciting plot. The general clues throughout the series were really clever, they were really well done, and I quite like a clever book. As much as The Maze Runner doesn't look like it's a clever book, it just looks like another dystopian, I do think that the plot twists and the small clues that were given throughout the series were done so well, and that is why it's going under amazing, because I still have such fond memories of it, not only because it is actually a genuinely really good book. I've read the series twice, so I think amazing, yes, I'm gonna leave it there. Next we have His Blood Approves. I think that's what the series is called, by Amanda Hocking. It's going under fun because I enjoyed it. It was a vampire series. I thought they were really fun when I read them. Next we have the Mad Adam trilogy by Margaret Atwood, and I had to read this for university. I'm gonna put them under good. Next we have Percy Jackson. Oh, okay, this is either going to go under amazing or God tier. I love the series so much. I think that ending was so good. That last book just blew me away. I'm going to put it under God tier. Am I? Yes. Next up we have Scythe, and I have not finished reading the second book, which is Thunderhead, yet, but the first book was amazing. I'm going to put it under good for now. I do think the series gets better as it goes, and I have just not finished the series yet. I am 1.5 books in. Why did I put this in here? I don't know, but anyway. Then we have Shadow and Bone, and not a lot of people are going to agree with me on this one. I did not particularly like it. I did not connect to most of the characters. My favorite character is Nikolai. I hate Mel so much. I don't have any attachment to the series other than the fact that it was the books that opened up the universe to a series that I'm obsessed with. I'm gonna put Shadow and Bone in fun, and don't hate me for this. That might be a little bit harsh. Then, I'm just gonna go to Six of Crows right now. Six of Crows, on the other hand, is brilliant. The characters are well thought out. We have a diverse cast of characters, both racially diverse and diverse in their sexuality. We have, I think, 2 queer characters. Is it 2 or is it 3? We have some really amazing backgrounds, and I just thought it was so well done. Six of Crows either goes in amazing or God tier for me. I'm gonna put it in God tier. Then we have Shatter Me. I've only read the first 3 books. I thought they were amazing. The second book was my favorite so far. It was the only one I gave 5 out of 5 stars for. Tahira Murphy's writing was amazing. I was so blown away by it, and I think it's going to go in good. Her writing was brilliant. I love the characters. I love the story. I think I'm going to keep it in good. Yeah. Okay, then we have, I think it's called Size 12 Isn't Fat by Meg Cabot. So it's 3 books. And we follow Heather Wells. I'm not 100% sure. I could be completely wrong. There's 3 books. They're like murder mystery styles. She's like an amateur detective, and just bad things keep on happening around her, and she starts investigating them. There's a cute romance. I really like them. I read them quite a long time ago, but I'm going to put them under fun. Okay, then we have Jack the Ripper, and I have read the first 3 books in this quartet. I think it's an amazing series. It's genuinely, I love the time period, I love the characters. I think the setting is just fantastic and on point. I don't think the third one was such a strong book, but the first two were really good, and I think it's just amazing. Okay, then we have The Cruel Prince, also going to amazing. I love Jude so much. It's really, really good, but not God tier. Then we have Gina Showalter, and she did the series The Lords of the Underworld. I think that's what the series is called. These are super sexy romance books. I love them. They're very fun. But, you know, I think they were good, so they might actually go under good. I'm gonna keep them under fun for now. Okay, next up we have the Heroes of Olympus. I have not finished the last book in the series. I think these were amazing though. I love the characters. I think this was really just strong books. I love it. And they're quite big as well, so I got so much good Roman and Greek god information and mythology, and I love mythology so much, so that was definitely a good series. Then we have The Selection. Okay, I know that they're not the best, but they are the best. They're not good, but they're so fun and so addictive you can't put them down. That is definitely The Selection. I think I'm going to put The Selection in good. Then we have To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I don't read contemporary often, so I don't know how I felt about this completely. I loved the movies so much, but the books were okay. Lara Jean can irritate me sometimes, so can the other characters. I'm gonna put it under fun. Okay, then we have Throne of Glass. Surprise, surprise. It's going straight to God tier. Okay, then we have Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I think this is an amazing series. I cannot wait to read the last one in the series. We follow Stevie Bell. It's a very clever book. I really enjoy the mystery and the murdery aspects of it, and the atmosphere of the book is just so great. I really do think that's an amazing series. Okay, then we have Twilight. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it under good, because it's just one of those. I read it I think 4 or 5 times when I first read them. I really loved them. I don't think the first one was good, but I do think, okay, I don't think the second one was good either, but the last 2 were actually really good books. I don't like her writing at all, but I cannot deny my nostalgic heart the ability to say that Twilight is relatively good. Then we have Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. I thought these were fun. I don't think they were good. No. Vampire Academy. God tier. Once again, this might be different to what people expected, but I think these are brilliant. It took me a couple of chapters to get into the very old style of writing. It's first person and it's told from her perspective, but in that really irritating way. Like, it opens up with Rose being like, "Hi, I'm Rose Hathaway." I did not like the first maybe 2 chapters, and as soon as I started getting to know Rose Hathaway, I was like, yes, I love her. And then the first book, I was like, this is fun and interesting. And then the second book, I was like, okay, I can get behind this. And then the third book came and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then it just got better with every single book, which is why it's going on God tier, because it is golden. And then we have another series that we don't judge people for reading, and it is called the Zandian Mate series. Is that even right? Is that what they're called? In this, we follow an alien race called Zandians, and you know what? If you go and read the synopsis, do not judge me. We are a judge-free zone here. Don't judge me. I thought they were cute, and I quite like them. I'm gonna put them under fun, because I don't think they were as good as, if we're comparing erotica, I don't think they were as good as Alpha's Temptation or Bree's Submission, but I thought they were fun. So, wow, I have not read that many series. So clearly I don't dislike that many books, because Fallen is the only one. There are some books that aren't on my God tier because I've only read 1 book in the series, or they're standalones, like Children of Blood and Bone. That would go in either amazing or God tier, but I haven't read the second book yet, so I can't put it on here. So thank you so much for watching this. If you got this far, well done. I'm really impressed. I know that some of these are controversial thoughts, but guess what? We're all here because we have our own opinions on books. If you want some more bookish content from me, don't forget to click that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I hope you have a fantastic day and a great week.